I fucking hate you right now, Zach. Not Zach, sorry. Fuck. Oh man, I forgot to put the fucking. No, it's your beer, buddy. Hey, we're late. What's going on, Pokemon League Championship fans? It's me, Ian, aka Murrah, aka CEO, aka the worst fucking person to ever run this stream. Only person to ever run this stream. Not really as per usual anymore, but for today, I have with me Zach Roselle,
Yo, back in the flesh,
aka Akai, aka co-CEO, aka.
aka the other champion.
I guess we can talk about him like that. Um,
Yeah.
sorry we're late, guys. I was cooking, and also I am sick as well as Zach is sick, so we were
Yeah,
late.
we're sicko boys.
We're a little sick today, so
A little sicko mode.
we're we're gonna attempt to do what we do and watch these matches. This is week 2. We're a little lackluster this season so far. We had to delay week 1 for the Super Bowl, and then we had a little delay today. So don't hold it against us. That shit is it's gonna clear up. We've just like I said, I started cooking a little late and I'm sick. Anyway, on our roster here, we've got me versus Brian as the first match. Zach, going into week 2, this is season 5. This is your, wow, what is this, your 4th season?
Because I joined in season 2, so
Yeah, this is your 4th season. So, what were you feeling going into this season?
Well, as a lot of you know, I actually wasn't planning on participating this season. I was
What?
Yeah, surprise. I was gonna opt out, because life, but I decided to say fuck that. So I came in, and this is really interesting because this is the first time since I've joined. We got a brand new meta with brand new mons, brand new mechanics, brand new items. Like there's a lot to play with, and I love playing with new things. So that's kind of how I came into the season. I was like, I could pick up these old broken mons that I know are really good, but I just rather play with new stuff. So I just really targeted new mons.
Me and you both, yeah. That's I had some pretty good trades this week set up for myself, and I actually had to back out of both of the trades specifically because of that reason that you just said. I want to use new mons that I haven't used before, and the other mon not only have I used before, but I know they're good, I know they do good shit, and it just feels kind of boring to me. I don't know,
No, absolutely.
So I'm coming in hard, trying
especially
to.
with Dexit. There's so many mons that are just these mons are pretty much solved. I mean, I would say there's a lot of mons that got a new lease on like Rhyperior and Mudsdale, but a lot of mons have pretty much solved move sets and capabilities. It's like with a new season, a new potential, and new mons, it's like you want to try out new stuff.
Yeah,
It's like Christmas. It's like we've had Christmas. We opened our shiny new presents, and now we want to play with them.
Yeah, exactly. I wanna play with this Appleton. Honestly, even though Durant's not new necessarily, I'm definitely excited to play with him. And then a bunch of new other Pokemon I have on my team. Obviously, there's some Pokemon on my team that I've had in previous seasons, like Clefable. You're not gonna see me not use Clefable if I have a choice, honestly.
Right.
And then we've got some other mons that Diggersby, but I've never personally used Diggersby or Durant, so these were new Pokemon for me. So I'm excited to try out this new team.
And there's nothing wrong with that at all. Just trying out mons that you're like, I never used you. Let's give you a shot.
Yeah, and that's kind of what brings us to this first match here. Hang on, let me
That's kind of like how Kanto Raichu was for me. I never played with it, and then when I started playing with it, I was like, wow, I really like how this thing works.
Yeah, Kanto Raichu is really cool. I have it on my team this year.
Yep.
So first up, we've got me and Brian here. Let me go ahead and skip to team previews so I can show people our teams. Zach, if you have team previews, let me know.
Let me see. Sorry, I'm still trying to. Yep, I got you.
Word. So, I actually ended up. You didn't even know this, but I ended up bringing the wrong Clefable to this whole team. So, we're not even going to talk about the Clefable. I had planned on using kind of an offensive one, but like a mixed offense, kind of. It was weird, like a little bit of defense, a little bit of offense. I don't know how to describe it. The Milotic is the exact same one that I brought last week because like I felt Icy Wind was pretty strong. I didn't need it to do a lot of big damage this week with Scald or anything. Like I just needed it to eat hits and then fucking and then play like burn people and slow them down. That's what it's here for. Araquanid, I'm bringing for the first time in the season. I've used it in off season, and it's pretty cool. It's just a really powerful bulking Pokemon, and it really makes its name kind of known in this match, I would say. And then I'm following up with my first use of Durant. Durant is a newer Pokemon to me. I've not really used it, but Hustle is really cool. Life Orb set's cool. It misses a lot of fucking shit, but it's pretty cool. And then I've got Diggersby, which is just an awesome Pokemon with huge power. It's another one of those bunny huge power Pokemon. Honestly, I don't think I use it right, but I've got Sandaconda here, and Sandaconda is low-key, like, really strong.
That's another thing about, like, these, like, brand new Pokemon is, like, you know, like, obviously the things like Dragapult and, like, Duraludon, like, people have like really like played those mods, and those mods are like pretty like straightforward and obvious, but like the other things that like excuse me are like on the lower bottom of like totem pole, like kind of like Sandaconda, it's like there's not really a lot of practice with a lot of those mods.
Yeah, there's not a lot of reference material to be like, oh, some people have been using this, other people have been using this, so you kind of got to go with it.
You kind of just have to wing it and just try and see what works for you.
But it has access to some cool moves.
Yeah, and its ability Sandspit is just freaking awesome.
It's low-key broken. It. Like it doesn't have to be a physical attack. It doesn't matter what attack it is. Like if you hit it, Sandstorm's gonna start. Like
yeah, and the thing I love about it is that
that's almost more broken than say Sandstorm a bit, or like
It's definitely different.
It's not necessarily more broken, but it's also a little bit better because you can trigger it at will.
Right. Well, no, this is the cool thing too, is that
you can change weather.
Not just that, but like, okay, you're playing against somebody, like let's say like, I don't know, they got something like Barracuda or whatever, Barracuda, and they use their Dynamax water move, hit your mon, and it changes, like it hit your Sandaconda, and it changes the weather to rain. The weather is going to change to rain, but then Sandaconda Sandspit will trigger after the weather changes, and then you'll be stuck in Sandstorm. So like, you'll be like a whole stretch to get rain up, but then get negated, bro.
Yeah, like it's big news for weather control. It's also, like I said, it's got a really cool move pool. Do you want to take Brian's team?
Yeah, I actually helped Brian come up with his team a little bit, and it's pretty interesting how we went into this. So, I know that Ian is a fan of Raichu, you know, like Fake Out in general, you know, and I figured, like, why wouldn't he bring it here? So we had the idea of leading with Cursula, since it can't be hit by Fake Out, and this thing just has, like, the best move pool ever. Like,
Ribombee?
No, Cursula.
Oh, yeah, Cursula has a lot of really powerful moves.
Yeah, so, like, that was our idea, and I was like, but for the partner, it's like, if it was slower than Raichu, then you would protect for the Fake Out and then get hit by Encore anyway, so Ribombee was the thing that had a higher speed tier, so it could protect, then set up Sticky Web, so I thought that was, like, a pretty strong lead choice.
Yeah.
So he kind of adopts that strategy here. And we got a obviously massive wall breaker Hydreigon. really great mon and Corviknight, you know, just being able to set up Tailwind and change the favor of the match, and especially also having an out to that Clefable. And then Heliolisk got some really cute things it can do as well that you might see in the match, as well as Toxapex here. But
Toxapex is low-key a really strong Pokemon. I mean, it's powerful. It has a lot of really powerful movesets, but you got to use it really, really right.
you got to have the right kind of team to use it.
Yeah, yeah. So since we're already late and we're already starting, let's go ahead and kick this off. I'll start it back at 1 or 0, I guess. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3, go. It's Murray versus Dan. Myself versus Dan. Dan versus me.
Oh, so what time are we gonna start the match with Stevens?
Stevens match?
Because it's like got like that 5 minute interval of like nothing.
Oh, right. That's a good point. We'll have to skip ahead. I actually didn't watch his match, so we'll pick a time when we get to that one.
I feel like it was like sure like 5 minutes until like they actually play.
Here am I trying? Here I am trying to like. Yeah, right. He did that last time too with Jay.
I mean, granted, now it was kind of funny too, because like I remember like last week you guys kind of got on me a little bit about starting off like right with the title card sequence, but I was like, this time I wasn't planning on doing that, but like I almost like you ever like battle and like the last thing you forgot to do was hit start recording.
Yeah, yeah. And that's kind of how like I was trying to time it so perfectly. Yeah, I was trying to time it so perfectly this time. I was like going into I was in between things because I had to get the screen cap of our teams and also like start the recording. So like I did the screen cap and then I went and like clicked record. I had the mouse like in the same position. So this opening for his really fucked me up, and like I did know that it had an ice beam, but like also I was like, fuck it. So I go for the glare on Cursula, just hoping that that's going to be a big deal, and I go for sticky webs, which unironically he also is going for sticky webs with Ribombee.
Yeah, I was really not expecting you to bring sticky web. I knew he was going to, obviously, but I was like, you brought sticky web? Like I was like, what you doing over there, Ian?
Doing doing them strats, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He does sticky webs, and I just start laughing to myself. I'm like, oh, this is great. I get the glare off, and now I'm praying for a paralysis, you know. The sticky web goes off on my side, so now we're both ready with sticky web. But he also has a lot of like flying and levitate Pokemon, so like that also doesn't even matter as much.
Yeah, exactly. And god dang, that ice beam.
So he just OHKOs it. I knew it was coming, and I was like, fuck. But then the sand spit kicks up, and I was like, good enough? You know, like, I mean, glare, it got glare out, it set up sand. Not really great, but...
Well, no, it's actually great because, like, this Ribombee was sashed, so, like, broke its sash.
Yeah, and now I also get a free switch in on this open, but it's a little hard. I literally had to Google, in that moment that was happening, that was me Googling Corsula's stats, to be like, what would be the most powerful Pokemon to like take it out in one hit? Like, oh, it has shit for defense, so I actually go for a double target, kind of like I go for the Rock Slide, but like really I was going for the double target anyway. And it works out for me. The paralysis really helped there. He switches out, so like I was just a little taken aback by that. Like I thought he was gonna try to run the team, you know.
Nah, his switches are actually really smart because remember he comes from singles, and singles is like a lot of it's all about strategic switching. So like that's nothing new to him.
Yeah, so
honestly,
he
a lot of things that'll hurt me is like after playing doubles.
I don't understand why he switched in Hydreigon though.
That was a bad idea.
That's the problem I have here, and so I automatically try for the Rock Slide and bust.
And like you look at them both, it's like you have two bug types. Like, literally two bug types.
And it's not like I switched in one of them, you know, like
it would have made more sense to bring in Corviknight.
And the liquidation does almost half of Hydreigon's HP,
which is crazy because it resists water too. Like water bubble just putting in that work.
Yeah, it's a good Pokemon.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, fuck it, lunge, right? Like I free kill.
Yeah. On a thing like Hydreigon at that.
Yeah, and then I protect trying to, because I'm feeling that he's going to use flamethrower, which he obviously
Of
does.
course. Right.
And then he goes for the stun spore, which I avoid. I was like, yes. And then lunge comes out and just OHKOs that Hydreigon. Like it didn't even fucking matter. And now I feel the momentum shifting in my favor. I know that like
Honestly,
I have a stronger.
Like looking back on it, if he brought in Corviknight, that would have been such a momentum changer.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I would. I have nothing to answer Corviknight out here.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was definitely the play.
And then he does bring that in here. He does bring that in, and I kind of lean into it a little because I'm like, all right, I got 2 bug types, but I'm pretty sure both can handle at least 1 hit from Corviknight because they're both pretty bulky.
Especially because you know the steel typing like makes like Hormingo unfazed by Brave Bird.
Yeah. So like I'm ready to take this hit at least once, and I lean into it instead of switching. And I think this is where the momentum really shifts in the match because like he kind of had me in the beginning, like hands to the wall, he had me.
Yeah, his lead was really strong.
He does get the stun spore off, which paralyzes Del Hormingo.
And now with the new speed mechanics, like it's like almost like getting hit by Quash.
Yeah. I survive by just enough HP.
Just literally.
And then I eat a berry in his face, like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, that was rough.
And go ahead. Del Hormingo's paralyzed, but Sentinel gets off a liquidation on the Ribombee and deals with that, giving me another kill and keeping my momentum rolling. Low-key, Sentinel is like, or my Araquanid is one of the strongest Pokemon of this entire match.
I can believe that.
Gets so many kills off. Alright, so he brings Heliolisk out, and I'm like, alright, he's trying to shock me. You know, like, obviously. Yeah. I just took a protect with, or a paralysis with Del Hormingo. I'm going to go for the Rock Slide, and I'm going to switch out Sentinel for my Bunny, because I know that my Bunny can take a hit. Oh no, I protect, sorry. I'm trying to bait him out and see what he's going to do, you know? I forget about that part. I was 1 turn ahead. So he goes for the obvious Thunderbolt, and I'm just like, sweet, you know? Now your next turn is literally telegraphed.
Yeah.
The Brave Bird does almost nothing to my Del Hormingo, and Rock Slide hits both Pokemon.
God, that does so much damage.
It did a significant amount of damage, yeah. And then with the Sandstorm up, a couple Pokemon take some hits.
But yeah, no, man, like that hustle boosted attack is just insane.
With Life Orb, it does have Life Orb on too.
Yeah, but it's just like, oh god, like Dynamax, like that's kind of scary, dude.
And now I'm just like, here we go, sweet. Like I'm gonna bring in this ground type.
I'm
take no damage.
I'm actually kind of surprised you didn't try to Dynamax with it, but I get it.
Nah, I was trying to save up my Dynamax because I didn't have. I also didn't have full momentum yet, if that makes sense. Like he still had a chance, yeah. So his Hyper Voice does a significant amount of damage.
And this is actually the idea we had. We were like,
he should have done that turn 1, like hands down.
Yeah, absolutely, hands down. But now, the idea we had with that was that, you know, he gets normal type stab, so like with Throat Spray, you know, get a little boost off, he can really start, you know, rolling with it.
Yeah, that was a good strategy, but he went for the obvious Thunderbolt, which I think was the mistake. Like even without the Thunderbolt, he probably could have killed Sentinel. Like it has 45 HP.
I think that's got to be like one of the hardest things about going from singles to doubles is that you don't really expect to get, you know, have to predict these protects out. So like it gets really difficult because you're like, all right, my move's gonna go through. And
now I'm just like, I know that he's gonna do what he's gonna do, and I think about the Dynamax for a second. I'm like, nah, I'm just gonna quick attack him and protect because he's gonna try to Brave Bird, and it's just gonna be a free turn for me. And he protects instead of Brave Birds, which is like totally fine for
Better.
me. Like
Oh no,
even
it's
better for me. Yeah,
it's even better because now he can't really protect next turn.
exactly. So I quick attack the Helios, can kill it, and now it's just fucking game over pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sandstorm takes a little toll. Sentinel still alive the whole time. And now I'm ready to max into that Fire Punch and just take out Corviknight in one hit. That's pretty much my next turn. I mean, breaking it down for you.
Yeah, yeah. So what do you think of the newbies this season?
So I think that a lot of them have a lot of potential, but I think that some of them are wasting their trades and their moves.
Oh my god, yeah, yeah.
This to none of their faults, especially the ad drops. Like, I mean, those are just tricky territories, and right now the wire kind of sucks. No offense, but it just kind of does.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, and a lot of that's going to really change once we get home dropping.
Yeah.
Whenever it does. But, you know, we just got to kind of wait for that.
Exactly.
And then that's when a lot of transactions will really start moving. Because it's like, I don't know about you guys, but, like, my team is very hard to drop anything.
And mid-season is coming, too.
Yeah, and they're like I got, like, a lot of quality mods. So it's hard for me to make any kind of moves. So
yeah, I think that was the big deal, is that like the draft was so much higher quality.
This was a thing, and I felt bad. I was like, bring wide guard, because you know, Diggersby. You know, I immediately predicted that you would want to bring a spread move on it, like Earthquake or Rock Slide. But
yeah,
the Dynamax, the option to go Dynamax instead really kind of screwed him right here.
I mean, I was gonna Fire Punch him either way, you know, like.
Oh well, yeah, no, I was just saying like the wide guard now, like really kind of like fucked him, like because instead.
Oh,
of, like,
especially because even though wide guard can work 2 turns in a row, it does count as a protect. So when he goes to do Baneful Bunker in the next turn, his Baneful Bunker fails.
Yeah. So yeah, it really just kind of sucked all the way around. And I told him because he was like, so when should I really be using a wide guard? And I'm like, mostly when Diggersby is out there. So he does that, and then the Dynamax just really kind of fucks him.
Yeah, I mean, that was something, you know. And here I'm just like, free kills, like double target.
Yeah.
I'm anticipating that he's going to use Baneful Bunker with Toxapex, so I don't lean into that. I go for the Quake because I think that he's going to do it, but I'm not even thinking about like the fact that he just used Wide Guard. And so the Super Quake actually just takes out Corsola in like one hit. It sucks. Yeah, it fails. I max Quake the Cursula. It survives by like I think a little bit of HP.
And now this thing is even harder to kill because of special defense boost. So
not only that, but
even if you do hit it with Scald from Toxapex, it's not doing enough.
And then I'm hitting his Toxapex with a Liquidation, which not going to do a lot of damage, but does lower its defense. Maybe not this turn. Next turn. It does, definitely. Anyway, so now I'm out here like, all right, I got full advantage. I can lose this bug, whatever. Like, I've got 4 Pokemon. It's not a big deal. I just got this. And then he Dynamaxes, which I was like, yeah, it was his last Pokemon, you know what I mean? Like, why not? But at the same time, I was just like,
so late. It's so late in the match.
I was like, too bad, so sad, you know?
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Dynamaxing is, with it being a new mechanic, it's just so hard to know when to actually time your Dynamax.
Yeah.
So, like, once you Dynamax and really start facilitating a sweep, like, he found it really difficult to come back unless, you know.
This is the most fucked up part. Like, it doesn't really have a huge impact on it, but I get the special defense boost, which makes me able to totally eat this Gazer.
You're already at +2 now. So
yeah, I eat it, and then he starts Rain, which I don't think it really mattered, but it boosts the power of my Liquidation.
Yeah. I mean, truthfully, with Water Bubble, it didn't matter, but it's just funny that it went out like that.
Yeah. And boom, it just goes down.
Yeah, I think Dynamaxing just being a new mechanic in general, people are just not used to it or know when they should Dynamax. It's really kind of hard. You just got to really time it precisely right but you can't wait too. Like, it's smart to wait, until it's the right time. But at the same time, if you continue waiting and don't like abuse when you're in an advantageous position, you can really kind of just screw yourself
Yeah,
out of like
exactly.
a
Out of a
lot of
win,
more
yeah.
scenarios.
And because of that, I take the win 4-0. Which is unfortunate for Brian, but I think that Brian has a lot of good potential. He's still got a really powerful team. As far, no offense to the other newbies, but as far as the other newbies go, he has one of the better teams right now still.
Yeah.
As far as the newbies go, and so I think that let me see when's a good time to start this match for Steven. We're gonna say 2:28, okay?
228, you
Yeah,
said?
2:28, and I'm just gonna leave it here because
Oh
it's the
shoot.
match
Got
preview.
you.
So Brian has one of the better teams of the newbies. He's still, I mean, he's a good singles player. He has a lot of potential there, and I think that he will do well.
Yeah, no, I definitely see him like, and it's not like he's like, oh, this shit sucks, like, fuck this shit, like he's trying. It's so tough, when you're just not used to this kind of like environment,
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're getting
especially with
ready.
Dynamax and like being such a new thing. Like it's hard to make that kind of adjustment,
Yeah, I mean, we're
especially with
already
us.
like a lot of us are already learning like
Yeah,
this
like
too, but we already knew doubles.
yeah, exactly.
So
So
yeah, it's difficult for new players, but I think that it's a good experience regardless. And
oh,
again,
absolutely.
we're only a week two, like
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, I like about this season is like it reminds me a lot of like when I joined season two, because like the power curve was so much lower since it was really just like
it was the first
mostly a lot
season
of
of Sun and
yeah,
Moon. Yeah,
and it was like it was like most of the Pokemon in the pool were mostly just Sun and Moon specific Pokemon. So like the power curve was just natural, kind of in a way, and it's kind of like that here too, where it's not like there are really strong mons in the pool, but it's not like overwhelming,
yeah,
especially for like a newbie. Like
yeah.
a lot of like the things we heard in season 4 was like the power curve was
Oh
just
man, for newbies, like
insane, dude. Like if you were new, like it was a tough time because you were like, dude,
and you
not
couldn't
only am
even
I new
make
to
the
double.
right transitions.
Yeah, like it's like not only am I new to doubles, but I'm new to these big ass mons. Like this is ridiculous. Like so, it's a fresher breath air, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so let's see. We're on Steven and the guy who plays him, Jay. Oh, this is Jay's season 5 premiere.
Yeah,
Oof,
yeah.
oof. Jay's season 5 premiere. Anybody got any access? Anybody got access to Jay? Let me see if Jay, you trying to get in on this?
Well, I guess I'll talk about Steven's match while you do that.
Yeah, you do
Steven's.
that,
I think it's like I think he brought the same team as last week, didn't he?
bro. Wait, what?
I think he brought the same team as last week.
I'm gonna have to look at last week's cards. Hang on.
Yeah, no, his weakness policy, cling clang,
Bewitched portraits. No portraits.
scarfed, flago. Like I think this is literally the same exact team.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure he did.
All right. It is the same team.
It is the same exact. Oh my
Well,
god.
hang on. Cling Clang, Bandit. He changed the item on the Flygon,
Okay.
and he switched the item on the
He
Flygon and the
swapped items.
Dracovish. Yeah, the
So
Dracovish and the Flygon changed items. But
guys,
other than that, I don't know. I don't know about movesets, but it looks like the same team.
don't get lazy, guys.
I don't
Like,
think
you
he
know
was
what I
getting
mean?
lazy, was he? Was he
This is
underestimating Jay? Is he taking Jay lightly?
oh, Jay's easy
What?
pickings.
What? You think Jay? Easy pickings? He's one of
Yeah.
the more competent players, I would say.
I was being incredibly sarcastic, actually.
Oh yeah, Jay's good, man. Like
Yeah, no, I was just like
Steven had the
laughing.
big balls plays
Yeah.
to be
I
doing
mean,
big
like, don't get me
balls.
wrong. There's nothing wrong with saying team. Like, I think Mike did a lot actually last season with Sekrom, and all that shit.
You remember when Zach Rom was running amok?
Yeah, I remember.
Now we got
Uh,
Draco Zolt.
yeah,
All right, so
it's new age.
this is his same team as last week, but you can still talk about it.
Well, it looks mostly just like the same team from last week. It's a good team.
Holy
We
shit,
seen
is
it
this
in
the same
action.
team from last week?
Yeah, yeah. Um, you know what? I don't even really have anything to really bring up because we seen it in action last week, so we
Yeah,
kind of
it
just
kind of
already
sucked
know what it
last
does.
week, didn't it? Didn't you
Yeah, I
think it
mean,
sucked last week?
so do you
Doesn't
want to take
Steven
over Jay's
suck?
team?
Doesn't Steven suck at
No,
making teams?
no. I just
Isn't that what
think
you're saying?
he got a little busy and didn't have time to think about a new team. But when it gets like that, just
Busy. He works from home.
but Steven, just hit us up, bro. Like, be like, dude, I kind of don't know what I want to bring this week. Could you help me out? And I'm like, I got you, man. Here, bring this.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
you ever get like in a position, it's like you don't know what you want to bring, just hit somebody up. Like
Ask somebody,
me,
you
yeah,
know?
me, Ian, Mike, Reese. Like, they don't be like, what do you think I should bring this week? Like, I'm kind of like at a mental like roadblock. Like, what do you think?
Yeah.
And
I
then they
mean,
could just talk some fury,
I help people all the time. In fact, spoiler alert, last match of the week is actually Zach's match with TJ, and I'm not going to go into it a whole lot because it's going to come up during that match, but I helped TJ Theory a little bit on what to bring, and he, at first I talked to him, I was like, "What are you gonna bring?" He was like, "Same thing as last week." I was like, "No."
No,
I was
don't
like,
do not do that.
we're not doing that at all. So
You're like
I had to,
not versus Zach, and
no, yeah, I
maybe
had to
someone
intervene
else.
on that one.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
That's what you mean. Like, you don't bring the same shit. Like that,
Like,
I
and it's like
changed a couple Pokemon,
if
but
you're saying in your head, I'm gonna just bring the same shit I brought last week. Like,
change it
dude,
up a little bit. Like, switch
or
one mon.
not even, dude. Just like hit somebody up and get like a second opinion. Like, you don't have to just be like, well, fuck it, I don't give a shit.
I
Like,
mean,
you
sometimes
know,
those teams will be the answer, but
right?
I don't think it's always the case. In fact, in most times, it's not the case.
Right.
So, especially when you have data on them like we do here. So here we have Steven's team, which you're not going to talk about. On Jay's team, we've got his Rotom Fly, which is or Fan, whatever, which is an interesting
Pretty
Pokemon.
pretty fly for a Rotom guy.
Yeah, it's got access to some cool shit. Levitate for no reason, shit like that.
But I mean, it's got its own little, cute tricks and toys it can do, because obviously it can paralyze stuff and then just kind of like go para flinching with air slash, which is
Yeah,
really fucking annoying. So like,
yeah,
it can do some really, like it can just
Togo
do some
Rotom
dumb
or
things.
Ragakiss.
Exactly, and like it can also burn shit at the same time. Like
Pretty cool.
it can be like the most annoying thing ever.
But then we have Mandy Buzz, who is a tank bitch, and that chick don't play around. Like, she's got access to Roost, obviously, a whole
Mhm.
bunch of other moves that are broken. She's a great typing with Dark Flying. Like,
She's a J classic for sure.
one of the best Pokemon in general for defensive typings. And then Jesus Christ.
Every time you see Jay's team, it's always gold.
Jay
It's
got
always
access to Arcanine.
yeah.
Like, whose fucking idea was that?
Justin.
Justin Justin traded Arcanine to Jay last week for Seismitoad,
Which
which
I
we're
mean,
not.
it's actually like a good trade, but like
I mean, I guess
no, it is a great trade because
it's
Seismitoad's like pretty
Seismitoad
good.
is good, yeah, but I would argue that Arcanine has more uses for most
I will
teams.
definitely say, yeah, no, I will definitely say Arcanine is just a strong freaking Pokemon, but like,
I mean, I'm not
you know,
saying that that's not an even trade. I'm just saying that Arcanine
is
has
busted.
more viability.
No,
Uh,
I get it, I get it.
so we're gonna move on to the Gerudo. Like Zach said, it's pretty straightforward. It's stalwart with a bunch of really high
So
special
this
attacks.
is actually really interesting, and don't get mad at me for snitching. We're totally snitching here, but like apparently, Stalwart Duraludon, like not only does it like not care about redirection moves like Follow Me or Rage Powder, if they ally switch, no matter what, you will hit the mon that you originally targeted.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until like I'm just like, that's really busted.
That is busted. So we've got Drudalon here, just stalwart and being a beast. Draco Zolt, aka Zekrom Light. Um,
Zekrom,
Zekrom Light.
Zekrom 2.0.
Yeah, the new boy. He's got some interesting shit, and once they get access to their hidden abilities, I think they're gonna be even cooler.
Oh, I mean, hustle on that thing is really
Hustle
dangerous.
is good, but I think that once it gets access to its hidden ability, it's gonna be like I mean, it's gonna still use hustle, but it's also gonna use sand
Yeah,
rush.
same rush.
Yeah, Meowstic, great Pokemon. Prankster doesn't have access to it yet. Sorry about that. Um, but this is a great Pokemon that once Pokemon Home comes out will be even greater. It does have access to a bunch of support moves. It's got some decent bulk and some decent special tech. I think that that's good enough. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, so we're at 228, I believe.
Yep.
And we're gonna go ahead and start. You ready?
Yeah, so I can get it right at 128.
Yeah,
All right. Yep. We're
228.
good to go.
Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3, go. And we're off. They got the capture taken. They're gonna go into picking Pokemon. This is your captain speaking. I hope you have a good flight and enjoy the battle. But come on, Steven. We see it. Change fucking cards.
He's gonna use that whole minute and five
Do you see what he names the file to?
What?
It's called like My Great Capture.
He's
Like, why can't you just name it? Why can't you just name it
just to
normal,
make
you
things.
piece of shit? Now he's going into, he's like, oh, let me look at the Chandelure. I don't know what I brought. Oh, what did I bring?
Right. Right.
Oh, what did I do? Maybe he was like you and taking notes. You don't even have time to take notes anymore. You must be fucked.
No, I still take notes, like straight up. Like I still write them down. It's not as easy because like I mean there's a lot less time, but like I
Yeah.
do keep notes on hand just so that I can keep track of like what's coming, like what could switch in or what I gotta prepare for. So I think it's still definitely important.
How's the pasta? It's good pasta. I had to delay the stream for it. Yeah, no, it's cool. No, it's not like a big deal or whatever. It's just a stream. It's not a big deal. People all over Twitter were waiting on it. So we leave Meowstic and Rotom versus Click Clank and the Fireboy. Still keeping his square shiny animations in because fuck time.
I mean, to be fair, I'm doing the same thing. Fuck,
Bro, fuck, dude. Man, I brought all normal Pokemon this time. I was like, the milliseconds of time that it's gonna save me is gonna play off. My team is constantly going into like the countdown at least.
just like play faster, bro.
I do. I play pretty fast actually. I pick my Pokemon pretty quick. It's all about my opponents usually. So we've got question mark, question mark.
So you're saying it's all Mike's fault?
No, Mike did really well, but that was a tense match anyway. We got question mark versus fanboy. And fanboy versus those two people that I mentioned earlier, Clink Clank and the Fireboy. Will-O-Wisp's gonna go off on the Clink Clank. Gonna do a big deal on the burn because Clink Clank
immediately shut down, and I don't understand why he didn't really expect that one coming. But yeah,
I mean, who does?
Any person
Anybody
who's fought a
that
Rotom
knows what
before.
they. Oh yeah, that's right. So he goes for shift gear. Big fucking deal. He needs 2 of those just to get back up to his base attack.
Yeah.
Shadow Ball does 1 hit the Meowstic, which, again, if turn 1s mean anything, don't think that they do, because I lost my Pokemon on turn 1 after doing a Glare. Jay lost his Pokemon on turn 1 after doing a Reflect. Does that mean anything? I don't know. Oh yeah, and Reflect's up. So that burn and Reflect, like, this Clank is useless.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh,
And
Intimidate.
then now it Intimidate.
100% like, no. Oh, wait, he's Clear Body. Okay, but still, 100% like useless, this Clank.
Yeah, pretty much.
Here comes the, he's got a max?
That's the money should have saved for later.
He's got a max on him? Max Phantasm. Okay. On Hot Girl Summer. Oh boy. Oh, there we go. Oh, there we go down.
Yeah.
Iron Defense. Why? Why? It's done. It's done already.
He won't leave it alone.
Maybe Jay just won't target it until it boosts up to, infinitesimal levels. Oof, the Snarl.
So he's just like really focusing on forcing him to have to switch out everything.
He's controlling, controlling the field.
Yeah, just controlling the game state. Like this is burned. That guy hit by Snarl. He's in a bad situation.
He's gonna come on, Steven.
Yeah, I know. I was like, stop trying to Dynamax this damn thing. Like,
do I max it? Do I max it?
Just switch it out. Just switch it out.
Is Reflect still up?
No, just switch it out.
Oh God. Oh, he did it. Oh, he did it. Oh no, he's not. No. Come on, Steven. And Reflects up.
Yep.
You're gonna not.
He changes his mind.
Oh boy. Oh boy. 10 seconds left. Ugh.
And he's shifty.
It seems like Steven gave up on this match early on.
I don't know why he was so focused on setting this Clank up as much as he tried to.
Clank did so much work last week.
I mean, he did, and like it was great, but like, dude, like it worked because you saved it for last.
Are you a one-trick pony? Oh, we got weakness policy off on it. Here we go, Bolt Break, double targeting. The burn's gonna kill it. It doesn't even fucking matter.
Yeah, all that time.
Absolutely useless. Alright, so some decent damage on the Arcanine though, so not a bad trade-off, especially because he hasn't switched yet. So like, he lost a Pokemon, Jay lost a Pokemon, and Jay's Arcanine is pretty low. So not, unsalvageable. He can still do this, but he's got to stop focusing on physical attackers because that Reflect is up.
Yep.
I know both of these Pokemon are weak to ground types, but is it worth it?
Nope.
I didn't even know you could do whatever he just did. The Pokemon view, like that was cool. Like who's left? Yeah. Who's left? You didn't used to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, then he's. Do I max it yet? Is it time to max it, Maxie?
Now it's time to max.
Can I max it? Can I max it, Max? Oh, I'm gonna max it.
And I was like,
dude, he doesn't even have Earthquake on this thing.
No, he does. He didn't use it. I think.
Are you sure? He used Rock Slide. I didn't even see an Earthquake on there.
He had Earthquake on it. He didn't want to use Earthquake because Chandeler's out there.
Yeah, fuck Chandelure at this point, man. Like,
and he could have protected with Chandelure too.
Like, what are you doing?
And like, honestly, like it made the most sense to Dynamax Flygon because
You think that we'll get the hidden ability dinosaurs when we get their Gigantamax forms?
What do you mean?
Maybe they'll get Gigantamax forms, and they'll get,
Maybe,
you know what I
maybe
mean?
that'd be
And
kind
then
of
they'll
cool.
get their hidden abilities.
That'd be kind of cool, but I doubt it.
They can't breed, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Ooh, Hot Girl Summer goes down. Hot Girl Summer goes down. Max Wormwind. Oh, Flygon, you stupid
Oh,
bitch. You dumb
yeah,
fucking bitch.
He kind of just messed up, not Earth. I don't know.
Oh, Lord. Here comes a Max Phantasm.
All he had to literally do was just protect his Chandelier and just Earthquake for a turn.
You know, he's still not in a bad spot, though. Like, they're kind of even.
They're just exchanging blows.
They're kind of even, although I would argue that Jay's remaining team is definitely more powerful than
Oh yeah.
than
Like,
Stevens, but that's mainly because the Butterfree. Like, the Butterfree is nigh useless now. No, bring out the Butterfree. Just let it die. Alright, whatever. We're going to go Fairy to try to hit this gigantic Pokemon. Oh, pretty good choice, though. Because now we got the Dark type. Oh, man. We're both sick. Stop enjoying yourselves. Kill the ugly duckling! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it! Kill it!
He's so indecisive.
He's
What
faster
do I
than
do?
it too,
What do I
right?
do,
Like,
guys?
he's faster, right?
I don't know, actually.
Moon blast the fuck out of that shit.
It depends on where the EVs went.
Come on. Are you double targeting just in case? Oh, God. Here it comes. Oh, no! The Max Guard! The bait! Half the damage, though. A little bit more. Boom. And now Dark type gonna do a Dark type vest? Oh, it sets up. Oh. That's game.
Yep.
That's game. Happy game. Welcome to game state.
Pretty much.
Can't do anything about it. Finish it off somehow. God damn it.
I would just get rid of this ugly duck.
Just put him on his knees and put some pennies in his eyes.
Yeah.
Espiritu Santos. Yeah, Hall's Mentholyptus. We used to suck on pennies, and it was a delight. Oh, he sets up the fucking electric terrain too, which is even fucking worse.
Yeah. Yeah, like at this point, it's just unwinnable. You should have went out with that Butterfree.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, bro.
Yeah, and that way you could have set up Tailwind with the Focus Sash,
and it would have been all right. It would have been okay.
Yep,
but you know, we're not Steven. You know, we can't make those calls.
We live and learn, bro.
Some of us have learned many seasons.
Yeah.
That's why I took that 4-0. Fuck you, Brad.
That's messed up. Should have went out. You know what? You should have went with that Gigantamax Butterfree. Just do some crazy
G-Max that shit.
Yeah, that would have been sick. Because that thing is actually scary if it goes off. Because, like, just a random ass status. Like, what the fuck do you do?
Bro, let me tell you something. TJ's coming to co-host your match.
Dope.
Hey, hey, hey! Was the pasta good? It was good. You think I built the flavors right? I made a pasta.
I see.
Put it up. Put it up. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh.
Why is he not trying to do one?
Ain't gonna be no grease.
Like,
What the fuck is wrong with you, Steven?
Like, why don't you just fucking deal with it, project?
He likes it rough.
Honestly, it really didn't matter anyway. Like, straight up, it didn't matter.
Doesn't matter. It never did matter. Never will matter. Excuse my language. All right, Paul and Puff. Fuck it, right? Not right now.
That's kind of cool. A lot of book tapes got Pollen Puff now.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But now we've got to deal with the fact that why the fuck is the Chandelure still alive?
I don't know, man.
It really hasn't posed a threat to anybody.
It got snarled, like, still hasn't switched it out.
Yeah, I would. Yes, perfect timing to do this. Exactly what you should be doing right now.
Yeah, like I'm like, are you just going with the thing, like, you know?
You should have tailwinded last turn, and then you should have fucking
it didn't matter if he tried to tailwind because Mandibuzz was gonna go before it, and the taunt was gonna shut it down anyway.
Oh, taunted it. Oh, Jay was on his shit.
Smart plays by the Delgado.
Jay was on his shit. Okay. But are you telling me that if the Butterfree had been out there when the Gardevoir was out there, that might have been
now, if you pay attention to what just happened, the Chandler did not switch out. He was going to, but decided, nah, fuck that.
Fuck switching out. I don't give a fuck about these Pokemon. I don't need the special attack. My 145 doesn't mean shit to me. Heat Wave.
To be fair, it probably is actually the right call until he takes out this Rotom. Because this Rotom's got to go.
Ooh, Polypuff did a good chunk.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, okay. Now he can't switch though.
This Rotom's got to go, or it's gonna burn. Wow, Reflect just went out.
Yeah, he had obviously he had the Light Clay on.
Reflect stayed up a long ass time.
He had Light Clay on, bro. All right, now the problem is the Tailwind still up?
I believe it is.
It is. You're right. So it doesn't matter what the fuck he's gonna do. If I was that Dracovish, which I'm not, I would just go ahead and say fuck it.
Yeah, you know what's funny though? Like, you look at it, Dracovish had Psychic Fang on it. He could have been dealt with that Reflect.
Yeah. And then the Will-O-Wisp goes off and just ruins his day.
Yeah. Kind of puts a nail in the coffin. the nail in the coffin, I guess.
Yeah, it would have been better if that hadn't had a berry, but it did, so fuck it.
But you know, even burned, like Fishious Rend is just such a.
I'm saying if that thing had not had a berry, he would have had it.
Or if he hit it instead, you know, might.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
Yeah, it is.
And at this point, I don't think like the speed is not. Well. Yeah.
He has no choice but the Heat Wave. I would protect though, honestly, trying to bait that out.
But like, it's obvious that the Dragon type move is gonna take out the
Dragon type move. Yeah, so
it doesn't matter. He's just in a bad situation regardless.
He can't do anything.
Yeah. It's just gotta go in.
We know you stop trying to think about what move to use. You can't.
And it tells him too. He tried to do something.
He tried to do it twice, and he's like, "What's going on? Why can't I pick this move? Why can't I pick this move?"
Yeah,
Dragon Pulse.
The Steven just kind of put himself into a corner.
And the foul play will put the nail, not quite in the coffin, but
no.
Now we're gonna go ahead and get this. This is gonna happen.
Yeah.
Oh, we got the bird, but it doesn't matter.
That barely did anything to Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz is just that bulky bitch, bro.
It's pretty. I mean, it's over. There's nothing you can do.
Yeah, no way.
Protect for a turn. Do it. Nope. All right. Take the L. Dark Pulse. Boom. There goes Chandelure. And that's game. Jay Delgado wins his first match of Season 5 versus I am Kid Sid.
Yeah.
And that's it for I am Kid Sid. Fuck him. He's out of here. Alright, so we've got these guys here with these guys here.
This match.
This fucking match, dude. This match, man. You've seen this match?
Oh, I know. I saw it.
Have you seen
I was
it?
really upset.
You guys seen
really
this match?
upset. I've seen it.
You get any cranberry juice? You ever had that cranberry juice in there?
This match had me so in my feels. I think I like me and Jordan were just like talking about each other. I was like, bro.
Yo, Jay took him aside and it was like, let's hop in voice real quick and talk about this match. Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it, Jordan? All right, so newbie Justin, fresh off, I think, a win in first week, right? So really high on the hog here. He won his first week. He's feeling good about himself.
Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, I think Justin played against Stephen B, right? And I think
Oh,
Stephen
yeah.
B won.
Oh, Stephen B won. So, all right. So Justin coming in lost. Something to prove. Yeah, well, he did lose because it was Orbeetle that was there. Yeah, okay. Something to prove here. Doesn't want to forfeit like he did last week at the last end of the match. And he's here to do some damage. Try his hand at doing some damage. So I'm gonna take Jordan if you'll take Justin. You know a little bit more about DDD, I think, than I do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So that's also in DDD with a dick.
Yeah.
And that makes a difference.
The male persuasion.
Yeah, that in DDD has a penis.
But no. Actually, so the female is called Indeedy, and then the male version is called in PP.
Okay.
Like I know that joke was funny. It landed.
Okay, so we've got Vanillux with a scarf. This Pokemon's gonna go fast and probably do a bunch of blizzards for absolutely no fucking reason, or set up Aurora Veil for absolutely no fucking reason. And then Dusclops is a great Eviolite ghost Pokemon. There's a lack of knockoff in general in this season already, and Eviolite gives Dusclops an insane amount of bulk. He also has the access to shit like, Fake Out, Shadow Sneak, things like that. So he's pretty cool.
I also really like they gave it a helping hand.
Helping hand? They gave it helping hand?
Yep.
That's some broken shit. Alright, so Dusclops is actually pretty fucking good this year. Rillaboom has already proven to be pretty awesome. We like him. We've seen him do shit. He's got a citrus berry on him, ready to do his work. I'm tired of seeing this Mudsdale not be somebody's horse, because it's definitely not Jordan's horse. It's got an assault vest
for it every chance I get.
It's got an assault vest,
and he won't do it. And he knows it too. I literally told him, I was like, if anybody has priority on any of my mons or anyone else, it's Jordan.
You can have whatever for this fucking. Give me
my
horse back, man.
I want my horse.
That's my fucking horse. Alright, so that's my horse got an assault vest on. Not on his home native turf, but that's okay. Because, you know what? Sometimes some time apart means something to people.
This makes the heart grow fonder.
Yeah, right? Then we've got our man Lapras. What you know about Lapras? Lapras kid. Lapras kid, go ahead and set its own Aurora Veil with its G-Max move, which is pretty fucking tits. Everybody knows it. Everybody's thought about it. And thought about doing it with their own Pokemon, but they can't because Lapras is the only Pokemon that has access to that move.
Strong ass one.
And that brings us to Morpeko.
I love this mon. This mon is so good.
Morpeko is low-key tight as fuck. Switches.
Aurora is just such a broken ass move.
Literally is the same type no matter what, but switches types of its main primary attack based on turn. Which is pretty cool. So it switches from electric to dark. Depending on if it's in its hungry mode or hangry, or its regular mode.
And you know what that move is.
What?
You know what Aurora actually does, right?
What does it do?
120 base power attack that gives it a +1 speed.
Oh my god.
So it just starts wrecking. Like, it just goes like a fuck.
That's fucking insane, dude. How? All right, well, all right. Here, you talk about Justin's team. I'm gonna go ahead and get a chair real quick because TJ should be on his way soon.
All right. Well, I'll talk about MPP. Now, MPP actually has like a lot of like different like distributions compared to its female counterpart. It's definitely made to be faster and more stronger, like aggressively. So like, it's made to be like a sweeper with psychic terrain, so it can do some serious damage. It's very strong mod. Drift Bloom, is here with the Unburdened, here to abuse the terrain, seed, and trigger Unburdened and do some broken stuff. Lucario here, just priority menace, very powerful mod. Seismitoad here. Seismitoad has like so much flexibility it can do because it gets Swift Swim, it gets Water Absorb. It can really like go on just a sweep on its own, or it can just provide team support with like Stealth Rock and all that kind of good stuff, Scald, all that. And its attacking stats are like pretty like equal to each other, so like it can really do anything. Orbeetle over here. Orbeetle is a new mon. We haven't really seen a lot of it. Its G-Max attack sets up gravity, which is really cool. I have some high expectations of Orbeetle coming this
No,
season.
we don't know shit about Coke Zero.
Oh, that's a little rude of you to say that, but you know what? That's your opinion, man.
Oh no! Fuck! Alright, we'll be right back after these messages.
Huh? I don't know what happened there. Okay then. I guess I'll talk about Umbreon. Very strong stall-oriented mon.
Alright, so you guys, I spilled my beer.
Oh boy.
Yeah, sucks. Anyway.
Sick and spilling beer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sick and I'm pretty spilling beers.
Yeah.
That's what I've been doing today.
It's a bad time, bro.
It's a bad time in general. It's a bad time for the Empire. Everybody living in fear.
Well, I talked about his team. You ready to kick this off?
Yeah, we've been taking a while. Let's just
kick
it off, Let's start back at 1.
Yep.
Agree. I mean 0, sorry.
Yep, me too.
Oh, God damn it. Spilled beer everywhere. Jackson, why'd you spill that beer? Alright. 1, 2, 3, go. Alright, this stream's a shit show. Let's see how it's gonna go for Jordan. Lots of misplays this week already. I made some misplays. Brian made some misplays. Brian made some misplays. I made one misplay. Brian made misplays. Jordan makes some misplays. Brian made misplays. He doesn't watch the stream, right? Right?
I don't know. I haven't asked him yet. I haven't really gotten to see him in person since the season started.
Been busy, huh?
Yeah, I just been. I haven't been able to.
I feel you, man. It's fucking.
I'm going down to play Yu-Gi-Oh! In a long time. Not that I don't want to, just haven't.
I hear you.
I was actually trying to go Saturday, play my new generator deck. But
generator?
Yeah, it's got some cute strategies it can do. I like it.
What is the basis of this deck?
It just basically has a field spell that just says, hey, you can just summon this boss monster directly from your deck, and we're just going to give you 5 tokens that you can tribute for their effects.
Oh, sweet.
It's pretty dope.
Alright, so I'm not sure about this lead. I'm gonna go ahead and set up the hail with his horse.
So I didn't know Vanillix got this in its move pool, but it got beat up. So that's really cool, actually.
That is really cool, man.
So he's gonna do this on his Mudsdale and just try to set up his turn 1 pro strats and just make an overwhelming board for your boy to follow through. Now, seeing the Seismitoad, I probably would have like opted for something different. I would have been like, let's keep this on the back burner for later and just kind of like try
Yeah,
something else.
sometimes, like we had talked about last week, you get stuck in the idea of one strategy.
Yeah.
And you say to yourself, I'm going to do this one thing. And
Yeah.
it's
And
probably
it's like
not
that,
always the best choice.
when that plan fizzles, it's like you're kind of in a bind. I mean, like,
You got to think of other plans.
yeah.
Gotta think of other plans. Gotta think of other plans. So, Jordan out here, not thinking of other plans, goes with plan numero uno. And he beats up on his horse, which, if anybody's seen, Justified Lucario, then they know what this could do.
Yep.
Except Justified Lucario is offensive, and this is defensive, so...
Oh, no. This is very offensive because body press uses your defense for damage calculations.
Oh,
So
right. That's right.
he's getting a +6. He's basically getting +6 attack for using that fighting move.
That's right.
But reaping the benefits of having +6 defense.
Oh, that's right. So he's got +6 defense now. Hypnosis is going to come off and be annoying as fuck and actually work for once.
We take those.
Max Rockfall is going to set up the sand, but it's going to be pretty bad for him because that Seismitoad is out there. And it doesn't actually kill the Orbeetle.
Sorry, Lucas. Whoa! We need to get Steven with his Smash soundboard.
Oh, he heals. Sandstorm coming to the do sandy stuff. Alright.
Why does... Wait, hold on. Jordan, come on, dude. He's got a scarf on his Vanillix, but it has Protect.
Yeah, we talked about that, I think, last week even. Not even... Yeah, we talked about that last week.
And the crazy part is that slot for Freeze Dry for the Seismitoad.
Ooh, he didn't even think about that, did he?
He
could have O-code Seismitoad there.
I'm so upset, dude. You could have just Freeze Dry and switch out Mudsdale or something.
He didn't even have to switch out Mudsdale. He could have kept Mudsdale in.
Well, you know what I mean. Just like to be safe or at least protect. I don't know. I heard that kitty.
Yeah.
It's interesting that he went with a physical attack Seismitoad if he's not using it for the sweeping with Swiss Wind.
Okay, so what happened?
Max Quake just raised up special defense for Mudsdale, and
so he's just trying to bulk it up, huh?
Yeah, he's just trying to make this Mudsdale like hard to freaking kill.
Hard to kill, impossible kill. Is that why this match is so long?
Yep.
Jackson, hand me your extra beer. Since I spilled my beer, I'll be taking Jackson's extra beer. Jordan, man. Don't do it, man. Don't don't lose this match. Lucas goes down, but it already did what it was meant to do. Ooh, the toxic makes it so all that fucking boost is
Yep.
useless.
And this is why you don't do these kind of strats turn 1. Unless you're just a Reese and you just wing it.
I mean, it depends. Like, if you have the advantage, you can. But, like, you know what I
Right.
mean? As on lead, but he didn't have advantage on lead.
No, he didn't.
He's probably feeling pretty good about himself right now. He's like, oh, I took out that
No.
beetle. Like, I fucking got all
Hell
this
no.
defense
He's
piece.
seeing that toxic. He's like, oh no, he's gonna do the double protect shred that I trademarked.
Yeah, that double protect strat is pretty lame. All right, we're waiting on Justin.
Can you imagine make finals season and you lose to a double protect and toxic strat?
Nah, I can't do that.
I think you would be at a loss for words. He was like, guys.
To be honest, I won't be doing that.
Jordan cursed you.
Mr. Buttons gets Psychic Surge.
And PP is using that PP, setting up the PP surge.
Oh Lord, oh Lord! Now we got this shit up. We got this other shit up, and we're poisoned. What are we gonna do? Jordan thinks that he could just leave this Pokemon out for one more turn. He's like, screw it. It'll eat anything one more time. I just need to hit his Pokemon hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's got an Assault Vest on. It's practically invincible.
Did Cloyster get body press?
Don't ask me questions like that. You fucking know I don't pay attention.
I know you don't. I want to see if you did.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay.
No, you didn't. That would have been so cool.
Dude.
Yeah,
Cloyster
with that bait. Because you know what its base defense is, right?
A lot.
It's like fucking 180.
And then here you have in DDD being like, what's up?
Yeah, and DDD, like, you know, like, so in PP and in DD got like different stat distribution. So like this is like it's gonna hit like a truck because it's made to be faster and more powerful instead of like, you know, kind of like Nido Queen and Nido.
Yeah.
Where like in DD is more of like a slower, bulkier like setup mon, and in PP is like just like stronger and faster.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which I like because it's like they got terrain, so it's like they get to like abuse like both like areas of expertise.
Yeah, it's chill. And honestly, with that burn and the toxic, I mean, this is just honestly, this is pretty like it's kind of Jordan's favor still, even though he did some bad plays. Like,
yeah,
it is in Jordan's favor.
This Modsdale is just like after all the boost gods, it's not taking any kind of damage.
Don't use Pain Split. Just set up Trick Room.
Yeah.
Just set up Trick Room. Like, why not?
The toxic has got him scared. Like that's what it really is.
And yeah, he can't use Shadow Sneak because of Psychic Terrain, right?
Yeah.
So like, set up fucking Trick Room.
Well, Shadow Sneak doesn't matter anyway. Normal.
Right. I mean, he can still poke at the Seismitoad.
Yeah, but that's stupid.
You're stupid, dude. Alright, hang on.
The sleeping ice cream cone. Smart ass Max Guard. It's like, and I would have been like the perfect time to do Trick Room. So like, you would just go off Jump Street next turn, but he wasn't trying to do all that.
Sorry, the special guest arrived.
Very good.
Yeah, he's gotta get his fucking shit set up. All right. So DDD max flares, which is perfect because there's no reason not to.
Yeah, and yeah,
This
you
is
missed
where
the
it all
last.
shifts.
You missed the last turn, but like the Indeedee like max guards and the seismitoad like protect, so it's like a double protect strat, and like that would have been the perfect opportunity to set up Trick Room again.
What? Yeah, exactly. Like if you had set up Trick Room, like I had been saying.
Yeah, but he switches into Vanillips and just lets it die basically. I wasn't really sure why he did it like that. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean some people make those choices.
I mean, no, I get it. Like the pressure was on, especially with Toxic. You know, Toxic was like really like doing its work.
Yeah. Hang on. Loud.
Using this mic now?
Yeah, can you hear us?
Me? I can hear you guys.
Yeah. All right,
Cool.
cool.
I have arrived.
Hey, what up, TJ? Best
I'm-
Buy
I'm-
boys.
I'm ready to talk about that fight, man. That was a good fight. How are we doing so far, though?
Where it's the next fight, I think.
Oh, good. I made
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, it's right. It's right up next.
How many mons are left in this current fight?
Nah, like 3 each.
I'm Moripico.
Look at that fake ass Pikachu tail.
Moripico, interesting choice when your boy Seismitoad's out in the field.
Yeah, actually, that's a great point.
That's asking for an earthquake. Or some sort of mud move.
What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do?
Whose fight is this, by the way?
This is Jordan versus.
This is
Justin.
Jordan versus
Yeah,
Justin.
okay.
Yep.
So like Jordan had huge momentum early on, but he just recently lost all of it.
Oof. You hate to see it happen, folks.
You hate to see it.
We do have both maxes out of the way though, so like there's no more maxing going on in the rest of the match.
Yeah, see, that was just a free earthquake waiting to happen, especially with dripping out in the field.
But Morpeko is strong, dude. Morpeko can take that.
He took that like a champ. I didn't think he was gonna take it
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, no, he's good. And that R wheel, we were talking about 120 base power and gives it a +1 speed automatically.
Jesus.
And now it switches to dark type too, so it can hit.
So now he can hit Seismitoad with it next turn.
And the
But there
ice
won't
beam,
be a
yeah,
next turn.
Ice beam takes it. So all again regains his momentum.
I was like, I saw this all happening. I'm like, yes, Morpeko sweep, Pico sweep.
More Pico sweep. Yeah, it's got that fake ass little Pikachu tail basically like cut out in its back.
Yeah, I see it.
Alright, now we got a Lucario.
This is tough for him.
Now, the pro play,
Would have been
the
like Seed Bomb?
not seed bump. It would have been freaking protect,
Yeah, I was thinking like protect this turn.
or not protect. It would have been just to double target the freaking Lucario. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing.
If he had double targeted-
Umbreon is not scary. Just double target the Lucario.
Actually, yeah, you bring up a good point. Umbreon.
He
he'll
double
take
targeted
that.
Umbreon?
Oof. Oof.
And look, he messed up. He extreme speeded with Lucario in psychic terrain. So like, that turn was wasted anyway.
You hate to see it happen, folks.
So if you double targeted the Lucario, got that out there, Umbreon isn't doing anything to the rest of his team.
That's the worst.
That's literally all he had to do. But he did the exact opposite.
And Umbreon is also like physically protected by. Oh yeah, and he has extreme speed, just free now.
So these Morpeko is now there's a pure electric type, so it doesn't get murdered by fighting moves. But I mean, that
No. It keeps its typing. It stays electric dark. It's just the typing of aura
Oh,
wheel
right.
changes.
That's how that works. I forgot.
Yeah, no, it's a little confusing, but it's dope. It's really cool.
Morpeko.
I like
still
the fact
insane.
that like it can literally like change the type of its
He
moves.
only
So
has
it's
two
like
Pokemon left though, so like 2 versus 4. I mean, they're big too. They're a big 2. I'm not lying about that.
Wait, who is 2 right now? Was it?
Justin has 2 Pokemon to 4 Pokemon left.
But yeah, like not double targeting Lucario and just getting it out of that. That was
This
not.
fight,
That was not
honestly,
good.
I mean, you guys had a good match, but this is a pretty good match.
Oh, it was. It's great.
Yeah, actually, that's the right move. Getting Lapras out of there, pulling Dust
Yeah.
Clubs in.
Trying to eat up the fighting move, but it.
Extreme speed.
Eh,
The obvious
like,
choice.
It was a decent switch, but at the same time, like,
He could have swapped out
it
more
was
Pico
kind of-
there.
no, it was kind of expected that extreme speed was coming.
As I'm saying, swap him out, eat the extreme
Yeah.
speed, but at the same time,
The real issue is that he's just not dealing with this Lucario that when he needs it.
Yeah, he lost 2 turns of dealing with it now. And it's just gonna keep getting worse.
wait,
Yeah.
isn't using Fake Out on Lucario a really bad idea?
No, but not if it's justified.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, if it's
No,
justified.
It's interfocused. It's interfocused? Oh, jeez.
You hate to see it happen, folks.
Dude, this was like I saw this and I was just like, oh come on, man, like you, and it was
One
crazy because I was
time,
like,
like-
I had a. You play Lucario, you know it as. why did you do that?
God. Oh my god.
I was like, Jordan, you play Lucario.
Ooh.
I was like, you know it has that shit. You know it does.
Damn. And the tailwind peters out, so.
I think it's over.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, it's over. It's definitely over.
Yeah, so that's what happens when you.
But like just like that, he went from 4 Mons to like literally in a bad disadvantage position,
Yeah,
and
I
like
mean, he's in a losing position
versus
right now.
2. Yeah, no, I'm just saying like,
Lucario's scary. I'm not gonna lie, Lucario isn't scary.
but it's also frail. It's also frail, and he can only take out 1 Mon at a time with it. Like, if he double target it, just focused on killing it. Umbreon doesn't matter. I'm sorry, that thing is so passive. Like,
No, I
what
mean,
is
I
it
love
gonna do?
Umbreon. Umbreon's one of my favorite Mons, but
What's it gonna do? Fucking
Yeah.
yawn and protect and toxic? It ain't doing shit.
He's still targeting the Umbreon?
Yes, he's still hitting the Umbreon. I'm like, why?
Oh.
It didn't even matter. Boy's got a citrus berry.
Look, guys, if you see an Umbreon out there, just ignore
it was
it's
the wrong
there
berry.
because honestly,
It was
it
the wrong
doesn't
berry.
fucking matter. If you play against Umbreon, just leave it the fuck alone because it doesn't matter. It
Deal with
sucks.
it later.
It sucks. It's not doing anything.
And because of that, this is over. I mean,
Yeah.
we're gonna watch the rest of it, but we're not gonna like it.
Yeah. But, God, imagine going from like +4 to like losing. It's gotta hurt. You hate to see it.
I've seen that happen before, though. Like,
Oh yeah, it
that's
probably
the
happened to
league for
me.
you, honestly. Like,
Yeah, it probably happened to me before.
bro,
Honestly.
what are you talking about? You did it to Mike with like misses and burns.
Oh,
Like,
that's different. That ice beam was
one
powered
hit,
by-
one fucking hit. It
Wait a
goes
minute.
down,
And think about that. He could have done that the entire time.
and he would have had Lapras still.
Yep. He could
I
have
gotta
protected
wonder,
with.
can
He could have.
like,
He could have
let-
protected with Lapras and did that.
I gotta wonder if that confusion hadn't gone through. Like if he.
Oh, it passed through the trainer into the Pokemon into the trainer.
No, what I'm saying is,
Because
if,
he has synchronized. So when he got confused, he synchronized the trainer Jordan into thinking, "Don't fucking attack this
you know the worst thing,
Pokemon."
he could have won right here. He still could have had the victory because
Oh, Moonlight though.
the Moonlight. It's over. He still could have had that. That's heartbreaking.
Yeah, this is a 1-1.
And I mean, honestly, if Justin wanted to be a douche, you could just
Honestly,
keep spamming.
I'm not-
You could keep spamming Moonlight until the battle ends.
Well, yeah.
Because of the misplays, this is the only reason that this match isn't the last match. Like, you guys,
Yeah.
your match.
It was a
and-
great. It was a great match. It was
But
just
he-
and like kudos
gonna
to like
get a little
kudos
closer.
to Justin to like playing smart till the very
Very
end
smart.
and
Yeah.
not giving up.
25 seconds left. in
Like
that match.
honestly, like Justin played very well. He in a very disadvantaged position from like the get go. Like he did really well.
Oh, he at least he
At
took
least
his
he
card.
accepted
He
the
took his
league
card.
card.
At least he accepted. the
Oh, I
card.
see you cut out your opener with your items, you piece of shit.
Oh, you. Oh, I like I said, I start recording. So like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But I
Alright.
posted the pictures to the drive if you want to pull it up.
No need. Well, actually,
You probably
there
do.
is actually a need because we need to talk about the teams, I guess, right? All right. So hang on a sec, everybody, because I didn't realize that this motherfucker didn't include his teams. Why didn't you just black out the items like I did?
That's effort.
Oh, it's over.
God damn it! All right, where are we at? Team 2, is that you put the okay.
He did cover him up. He uses
With
the
the
he
sun,
used the
yeah. Why
sands.
didn't you just do that? You could have done that literally. You could have done that in the fucking replay.
Eh.
All right, hang on, guys. Let's add a photo image. Oh, while we're at it, actually, now that I think about it, let's go ahead and screw it. I'll add this in, but then we do have 1 or 2 matches to talk about that don't have replays.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
Y'all,
Zach versus
did y'all appreciate my like JoJo channel
I
card?
do appreciate the JoJo pose. Yeah, we got me doing my rider pose versus the fucking Dio pose out here. We posing out here.
All right.
It's me, Akai.
Oh. All right. where are we
Nani?
at? Season 5. Fucking A, man.
Where did you save that to?
A lot of places. All right. Week 2.
Hold on, oh, I
Team
see
2.
now.
Boom. Okay. Browse. Team 2. Okay. All right. Hang on. Everybody, focus up.
I am focused.
Okay. All right. Now, before I talk about this team, let's talk about Mike versus J-Wade, who we don't even have a results page for. Thank you, gentlemen.
I wonder who won.
Yo shit.
I wonder who won. I don't know.
Just so everybody knows, if you could, please, if you would, I would appreciate if you would both, as winners and losers, screen cap your team wins and losses.
I will say that little time in between, like the little win card thing, it goes quick. It goes quick.
Yeah, but
so like, if you're not paying attention, you're like, oh shit, and you
know what's coming. You know what's happening.
No,
At
no,
least he had
you're
his
still
after.
you're still you know full of adrenaline, thinking like, I didn't expect to win that. Oh, this is great. I'm the greatest. I'm the best of all time.
I'm the greatest. So here we
I'm
have
the best of all time.
Mike's. You're the best, greatest trainer of all time. We got Mike's. I'm just gonna run through this match because this one disappoints me without a win card. We've got Bronzong with. Is that Choice Scarf? I can barely.
No,
see
that
it.
might be a white herb. No.
Wait,
Yeah, that's a white herb.
You know, Mike, you're fired, dude. This potato phone.
Look at this picture that he took.
Like, just hit. There's a screen capture button on your controller.
Why did he take the picture?
Just do the screen capture button on your controller.
Anyway, then he's got this Senta Scorch with some type of berry. It looks like. I can't really tell the items.
I think that's actually Charty Berry, so that means it halves the damage of rock moves.
That makes sense. And then he has Braviary with a Lum Berry. It looks like. He's got Electric Seeds. I think.
Yeah.
On this,
that's Electric Seed. That's Pink Urchin.
So Pidge Kirchin, he's gonna use Life Orb with, and I guess do max into Electric Terrain.
Yeah.
Possibly. And what does Togekiss hold?
Togekiss is holding. I have no fucking idea.
It's holding a scope lens.
Oh, so
he's trying to get those no crits. He's trying to get them Serene Graces.
Oh right, yeah.
So basically, as degenerate as every Togekiss.
All right, we don't even have the items for the other guy. We got Jolteon. We got Kanto Ninetales. We've got Vileplume is probably benefiting from the Kanto Ninetales. And Coromont, who is a new Pokemon. We don't even get whatever. Fuck you. Fucking another Pokemon that we don't get to see. Grimmsnarl and Poltegeist, which did he get that this week?
No, he I think
got that last week.
You know, I'm trying to remember because I think he traded it this week.
Oh, he traded it this week. That's why. Okay, so spoiler alert. Mike wins by 4. because we don't have a win card, so there's literally nothing. I
He
can
wins
put
by
on.
how many?
He wins by 4.
Broken.
Yeah. All right.
Man, this is the J Wade we all
Next up, though, is
wasn't
the
like doing. It's great.
Dan versus a Reese match. Now, this match, pretty fucking cool. How about, you're new to the stream. Why don't you take Dan's team so you can do some team analysis? Zach, why don't you take a Reese's team since you know him probably better than anybody else other than myself?
Is that an expert belt
Alright.
on
Yes.
Dragapult?
Yes, that's an expert belt.
Right, because everybody doesn't he have like a better special attack, but everybody
Scope lens on. Is it scope lens on the Elder?
That
Gods?
is
That's what it
that
looks
is
like.
scope. That is scope lens.
I don't know what he's going
He
with
did-
that one.
No. Sorry, that's not scope lens. That's a wide lens.
Oh.
He didn't want to miss them sleep powders.
Ah, that makes sense. Drudagon with the leftovers, that's a bulky mon, that makes sense.
Rudigigas with leftovers.
Oh, is that what that? Oh,
Yeah.
It looked like Drudagon from.
I got you. Rudigigas with the leftovers.
Still
Still
Pokemon.
Pokemon.
I was right.
We've got Dragapult with the Focus Sash and Alcremie with a Citrus Berry, it looks like.
I
Wait, that is a
opt
sash?
both.
That didn't
Yeah.
look like a sash to me.
No, I'm
No,
sorry.
it's expert belt.
Expert
Yeah, I thought it
belt.
was
My
expert
bad.
belt.
And then eject button on the Scrafty, which is interesting.
Scrafty, eat that the
and
hell
a
out of there.
Wiki Berry on the Octillery. So Octillery is there to do,
It's moody thing.
and then eject button is really cool with fake out and intimidate to like kind of force switches.
Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, like he's forcing Pokemon out no matter what. Alcremie is cool. Zach, why don't you take a Reese's team real quick? Break
Sure.
us down.
So we got Barraskewda, really strong swift swimmer, gets access to that fishiest run that makes Dracovish so scary.
And that's Fish's
Really,
run too?
yep, because
I didn't know that. I didn't know it got close combat.
It's a strong mom. It's really good, especially for a Swiss swimmer. But yeah, Barraskewda, really good mon. He's got Galarian Mr. Mime. Over its new evolution Rhyme, Mr. Mime Galarian has 100 base speed, a lot faster than it. And
Really?
access, yeah, he actually like loses like 30 speed by evolving. It's really stupid, but yeah.
Come on, Game Freak.
Well, I think they
He-
wanted to make Kanto Mime not like be outshined by Mr. Rhyme so much so, you know what I mean?
I don't know, it was stupid to me, but whatever. Anyway, Galarian Mime, has access to like some pretty cool stuff like fake out. It can abuse EVO defense is a little more bulky. It's a decent
So,
utility mon
here's the
with
thing, though.
access.
I don't think he's using Eviolite on that because he has the next
Riolu's right
Pokemon.
there, yeah.
Well, Riolu, it doesn't even really matter if you give it an EVO because it's a baby Pokemon. It's gonna die anyway. So
Well,
realistically,
give it light so it can actually like function as a
no.
redirect.
Realistically, he's got Focus Sash on Riolu since it's gonna die in one shot anyway with an EVO
Does Riolu get Endeavor?
Probably. I don't know.
Maybe.
We're
I know the
researching
strat.
right
I know the strategy that he's using with it, to Riolu, and the strategy he's using with it. I'm not gonna give it.
Yeah, 80 and
I
80
know.
is not that great.
Yeah, no. It's probably a Focus Sash on
Yeah, what was
Riolu.
the attack we were wondering if it got?
Endeavor.
Endeavor.
This is a fear.
He's not running a Fear set. He's running
okay.
prankster support with Riolu.
Oh.
It does not have Endeavor.
Oh damn, it can't fear.
Yeah.
Bullshit. This Pokemon sucks.
Because I was talking
Set.
because I was talking to Dan about the match. I know what he brought on that. It's really busted. It's really cute, and I'm
On
not gonna
what?
give it away.
On what?
Well,
On the
not gonna tell
Riolu.
us.
Oh wait, you know what
Yeah.
he? No, fuck that. Tell us what he brought.
Nah, dude. It's
Your shit gets exposed.
you're right about that. You are right. You know what?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Reese. I'm snitching. He brought prankster. He brought prankster Hal, which now boosts both him and his partner's attack stat by +1.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, no, that's wild actually.
That is pretty
Good for
fucking
Riolu.
cool. Alright, okay. Alright, so
Yeah.
we got Riolu howling out here like a long
Mhm.
boy. And then what's up with the rest of the team?
All right, so Shiftry here, obviously fake out, sucker punch, all that good stuff. We got Gigalith here, to change the weather.
He has a lot of weather centers on there. Like,
oh yeah, he liked doing that. He likes doing that double weather thing because like, wait, you really can't predict. Last but not least, we got Gallade here. Could be justified, could be inner focus. Who really knows?
I miss
I would
Seto
go
Kaiba.
for a justified on this. I feel
Maybe.
like inner focus is good, but like justified because of the Scrafty, right?
Mhm.
I don't know. Anyway, so here's what actually happens.
Oh, we actually got a screenshot for this
Preview
one.
to the results. Oh, Dan takes a fucking 3-0.
I was gonna say, I was thinking E-Ray was gonna win that just with that team comp.
Yeah,
Yeah, team comp is
yeah,
always
it's pretty
better.
strong.
E-Ray's pretty good. Alright,
so-
that brings
so-
us to...
So Dan was telling me a little about the match. Some things that happened. He like Dynamax Doctillery like after a couple boosts, and like it was doing some work, but he forgot that Galarian Mr. Mime had freeze dry, so like it just destroyed his Octillery.
That's game.
And then it was an upscale climb from there.
So what are these skull items you have on your Pokemon?
Oh,
there?
that's Sands from Undertale. I felt like y'all didn't deserve items, so I didn't want y'all to see them.
Oh.
That's Sans from Super Smash Brothers, don't you know?
Yes, that's
Oh,
the
Super
franchise he
Smash
comes
Bros. Okay.
from. That's the meat fighter.
So we've got an interesting composition of people here. We have Zach, Akai, and then we have TJ, who both play in this match. This is the last match of the week, and they can talk about their own teams. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, I'm well equipped to talk
The
about
only
that.
thing I will say is, I told them earlier in the stream. You were probably working, TJ.
Yeah.
I was like, TJ was like, I'm gonna bring the same team as last week, and I was like, no. I was like,
Well, part of the reason I said that was I was holding up Zach for way too long, so I didn't want to hold him up too much longer, and I appreciate him being a bro about it. the
and I was
entire
like,
time.
I will
no
make you
problem.
your Pokemon, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I get
Like,
off
it's not a
before
big
you.
deal.
I'll go home
Yeah.
and make that shit.
And I held this man up. He was gonna go to the bar.
Yeah, I was going to the bar.
Oh,
we ended up going to the bar
nah.
together. It was kind of
This-
lame.
This stream is now sponsored by our
One Up.
One Up.
One Up, the bar,
One Up.
Rock Hill, South Carolina. All right, so anyway, I was like, you're not bringing your same team, and we did a little bit of analysis on your team, Zach, and we came up with this collectively.
Yeah.
We basically only switched out 2 Pokemon from his last team,
Yeah.
but it was a strong 2 switch. So we'll let you talk about your team, and then TJ, you can talk about your team.
All right, cool. So obviously knowing that hail. Well, it's a perfect time as any to try out my steel Pokemon strats. So like I came into this with Trick Room in mind. So
This isn't a Trick Room team. You think it's a Trick Room team, but this isn't a Trick Room team.
That actually was a
it
great
can
I'm
it
saying
can
he
do
was saying that to me. He was
it
saying
can
that when
do-
he drafted. I was like, "That's a trick to do." He was like, "Yeah, that's what you think. That's what you fucking think."
that's what you think.
fucking Galaxy
You don't
Brain shit
know.
here.
I do some gimmicks and stuff, but it's cool. You can keep thinking I'm bringing in Trick Room and get fucked every time. But Hatterene. So obviously Trick Room, really strong, powerful mod. Under psychic. Sorry. It's been a long night. Hatterene is really powerful. I think I brought it with Life Orb. Really strong Trick Room mod. Vikavolt here. So it was actually really interesting because this is actually the first time I did not bring Thunderbolt on my Vikavolt because I wanted to like have coverage moves and like they pay off pretty well in my opinion. So like Berserker has what's called Steely Spirit, which boosts your ally, his and your ally steel type moves by 50%. So because of that, I brought Flash Cannon on Vikavolt because I was like. I
That
could do
explains that. I was not ready for that one.
Yeah, I was like, I can do some serious damage to these ice types with it. I was like, that's dope. Colossal over here, I actually was like, the main thing that can take out Colossal is Quagsire, so I'm like, it makes more sense since Quagsire is an anti-Metamon to like have Scald on it. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna bring Pasho Berry on it, and it does the justice.
Pasho Berry. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Did you just reveal an item?
Dun,
I
dun.
did,
He
but-
also revealed Life Orb earlier. You just weren't paying
Yeah.
attention.
Oh
Um,
man.
You kind of see that in the match though. But Jellicent, here set up Trick Room and eat them
See,
hits.
doing better.
And then last but not least, I brought my elephant here to try and set up the Gigantamax metal spikes. But
I love
that was
shit.
the idea.
First of all, Steel
Mhm.
Spikes is super underrated. It
Mhm.
does so much damage to fairies.
Yeah, and the whole idea of my team was like, he has a lot of mons that are just weak to entry hazards. So I was like, if I can set up Stealth Rock turn 1 and then get these Steel Spikes up, he's in a shitty situation, like across the board.
Them stealth rocks did not help me in the slightest. I was like, man, this is doubles. I didn't think we stealth rocked here, but we stealth rocked here.
Sometimes
Yeah,
you
we
do.
did.
Sometimes you actually do fuck people over with that. Yeah. I played. Just a side note. This has nothing to do with your match, and I'm sorry I'm interjecting. But I
No,
played Jordan in a scrimmage last night, and he brought a really cool strategy that I'm not going to spoil because he might use it later in the season. But basically, I felt like he did a thing one turn too early. So it was kind of the same strategy that he did with the match he did this week with beat
Justin.
up on stamina,
Mhm.
but like with a Pokemon that he got new this week, and I like, so there's just I had a good match with Jordan. I think next week we could see some really good shit from him. He's been practicing doubles, so like
He's really on his grind.
despite the fact that he made some really crazy errors this week, I think we got a lot to see from him next week.
I mean,
That's
it's still
totally
week
on top.
2. It's like honestly, like all things considered, it's still week 2. Everyone's still adjusting to the new format, the new meta, the new mechanics, the Dynamaxing. Like, there's a lot of mind games in it. We're just trying to kick the rust off.
All right,
Easier
so
for others.
that brings
for
us
others
to our special guest star and infrequent co-host.
I just
TJ.
gotta live here now.
Yeah. I usually don't work Sundays late, so that usually means, since we work together, that he is working Sundays late. So, he happened to make it, and this is his team. Take it away, Tej.
So Malamar doing Malamar things, contrary, hitting that superpower. Real good week for me to bring that, by the way. I look at this team.
Contrary, yeah.
Look at this
Yeah.
team. A lot of them was superpower week.
Yep.
I stopped with the Galarian Wheezing bullshit with that. I was like, let's try Stored Power though as like an alternative fuck you move. Didn't end up working. But that could have gone well. Galarian Damanitan, Unga Bunga, just here to hit you real hard.
Oof.
Scary ass mon. Scary.
He really
ass mon.
is. I was surprised he didn't get picked sooner.
Yeah, me too.
Me
Me
fucking
too.
too.
I
was like expecting a Reese to grab the first turn.
Honestly, like if not
Like-
Dragapult, I expected him to be gone.
like
instantly.
honestly, like
Dragapult,
I
Dracovish,
was
and that happened the first 2 turns,
Yeah.
and then I was like Galarian Darmanitan.
And
Like,
it's like, no, he didn't
no
get picked.
brainer, right? Like,
like I was really debating on Darmanitan, but I was just
I
like
mean, he got sniped before he got to you. There was
Yeah.
no way Darmanitan was making it past round 1. Like,
oh
on
no
the
way,
draft.
no way.
And if he did,
Well,
shame
I-
on
I-
us.
I wanted to do it, but I don't really want to go for like I wanted to like go for support options first. I felt like the support options I picked were really strong.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I feel that. I went for Cool Boys.
Cool
Actually,
boys.
didn't I pick Quagsire first? Didn't Galarian Darmanitan make it to round 2?
No
It-
fucking way.
it-
I think it
Is that what
did.
happened? Are you
Yeah, that's
kidding
what
me?
happened.
We let it go to
Quag-
round 2.
Quack,
Yo,
yeah.
how the fuck did Darmanitan make it to round 2? Are you
That's
kidding
what I'm
me,
saying.
Appleton? What the fuck?
What?
Alright, well,
Yeah.
Drudalon makes sense. Hatterene, Zach was trying to get these two to pair together anyway in DDD and Hatterene, so like that
Mhm.
makes sense. Dusclops and Sableye, now that, I don't know. He could have definitely done Darmanitan. Cinderace and Appleton, I could have probably done Darmanitan.
Like, y'all let me take that.
Yeah, that's a good point. And then
DJ was like,
Orbeetle-
well, if it's on the table.
It's free real estate.
Yeah, Orbeetle went
Pretty real.
Barperior and Torkoal and Hydreigon and Kanto Ninetales and
Shit.
all of these other Pokemon were still on the Sylveon was still on the list.
We had some weird
But
choices.
whatever.
Anyway,
so it brings us back to Malwa.
Mawile there to be the Intimidator, hit with those steel type attacks. Unfortunately, the week I bring it, really, this was not a good round for Mob Wild, unless it had lasted long enough to get to Hatterene, which it didn't.
I was telling you
spoilers.
that would be a little risky with the Hatterene this week.
Yeah. Quagsire, of course, being my anti-meta boy, though I got hit by an energy ball, so rest in peace.
Yeah, dude.
I literally was like, if anything's out there that can use energy ball, like, don't.
I didn't realize Pokemon had energy
I was
ball.
like,
should have.
don't fucking leave it out there. I said those exact
you
words
did.
to him.
Tokenomaru, of course, being there to flinch people, hit them with the paralysis.
Take some hits for some free exchange damage.
Yeah, that boy was like, alright, we doing Iron Barbs and we're doing Rocky Helmet, except he never got hit by a physical move.
Yeah. No, I did, but it didn't matter because I was
matter.
gonna die anyway.
Right, that was the thing. And the Rotom Heat's just there to deal a fuck ton of damage. Again, overall, actually a really good choice against your team.
Oh, dude, Rotom Heat had me.
Like
Dude,
literally,
like,
so
I'm kind of mad at my turn 1 because I went for one move. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do this.
we'll let you commentate all about it. So
Yeah.
you can take total point on that. I'll shut up for you guys. You guys can duel on this one. But like low key Rotom Heat. I mean, obviously Rotom Wash is one of the best Rotoms in general, but like Rotom Heat is low key one of the best Pokemon in our whole meta.
I wish he had more fire moves that like Heat Wave. I wish he had Heat Wave instead of Overheat.
No, I hear you. But
Yeah.
I mean, at least now it's like, not only can he play White Herb with the Overheat, but he can also Dynamax and just use Max Fire. So that's
That
kind
is
of cool.
true.
So that brings us to the actual match, the final match of the week, and the last match of the stream, which is around 9 o'clock. It's gonna definitely pass 9 o'clock before we finish, but whatever.
Yeah.
This is
Well,
how
actually,
these
it's
streams.
actually
I
only a
started
13-minute
I
match.
started late too. I started like
I
30
appreciate
minutes
you.
late. Well, I was cooking actually. So this is TJ and Zach. Are you ready, Zach?
Yeah, man. Let's do
Alright.
it.
1, 2, 3, go. I will let them take point on the commentary, and I
Well,
will
of course,
shut
jump in when you got something to add.
Yeah.
Don't
Oh,
just
yeah,
say,
you know,
Right,
you
yeah,
see something,
right.
you see something cool.
See something, say something.
Awesome.
Right?
This is your stream. We just kind of live here.
Yeah, we live in your world, bro.
So I opened with Quagsire and Rotom because I'm like, all right,
That's a strong lead.
and it was actually the perfect lead against this matchup.
It is hard with the coal Pokemon though.
Yeah, I mean that's dangerous with his Steam Power, though I don't think it was running Steam Power.
And you have Earthquake. Wait, you don't have Earthquake? Oh shit.
But that's the thing. That's the
We're looking
thing.
at
So
Zach's
like,
match.
Yeah, no, I did have Earthquake, I believe.
but
but I'm
but
like-
this is the thing is that I was expecting Scald because it was like such an anti-meta pick. So like, it would make more sense to Scald than Earthquake if you didn't need to.
So going back to that first round, that first move, I'm like, all right, I don't know if Thunderbolt's gonna kill. Let me get him the fuck out of there because of I was actually kind of expecting a Rock Slide there.
And this is where the Passion Berry comes in
That
clutch. He
was
barely
pretty
takes
fucking
anything.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
He
was
just took that. I'm like, shit.
cool. And he sets up Stealth Rocks.
And that's
Does he
when
not
I
get
realized
his
I
Steam
screwed
Engine
up.
for that?
Huh?
Did he not get Steam Engine for that?
No, he didn't get Steam Engine.
No, because I'm playing Flash Fire.
Oh.
That
because
was
I'm
what
playing
a
interesting.
perfect what a perfect fucking time to play Steam Engine though.
Yeah, right?
But no, because think about it. If
Oh
I
yeah, you
Steam
just set
Engine
up
on a
Trick Room. You
Room,
just set up Trick
Yeah.
Room. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
yeah,
Now you have
it would
advantage.
make a lot of sense.
And we're going into Victory
And-
Viper.
And here's my thing, and if I had hit Thunderbolt, that probably would have killed killed Pringles over there,
Yeah.
and that would have helped my momentum so much because having him
that
have
would
a
have
Trick Room
that
up.
would have ended his like chances probably.
That-
honestly.
So like, this was like kind of a fuck up on my part. Like I should have just double switched out of here from the get go. Like since like they were both not passive, but like not like gonna Oko both my mons on the switch. So like I really should have just switched here, but I got ballsy with the Jellicent, and like that was just a mistake.
because he hits you with the zigzag.
Yep. And I'm
I
like,
quote,
and I'm like,
and I quote, "What the fuck does zigzag even do?"
It's true. I didn't know.
I was like, well, it does
It
a lot
kills
actually.
things. It flinches things.
I think it's like what, like electric type Iron Head, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really good. It's way better than Iron Head actually. It's like
85 to 90 base power, 100 base it's like accuracy with
Yeah, it's really good.
30% flinch chance.
That's really good.
Well, this
Yeah,
motherfucker
it's like
was
crazy
holding,
good.
Holding an assault vest.
This guy?
This guy holding an assault vest.
Yeah, and that thing has access to sheer force too, so like life orb smacks.
Mm-hmm.
I love that elephant actually. I really like that.
It's a good
elephant.
monkey.
I kind of wish I didn't bring assault vest. Like, you know, like really looking at your team.
Like I said, an energy ball came Quagsire's way. He couldn't survive.
I would have seen that Victory Viper and been like, nope.
Mm-hmm.
This shit
Well,
has
like-
levitate and it's fucking got access
But
to
I yeeted Togedemaru out of there.
Oh yeah, fuck this Quagsire. I need to get Togedemaru the fuck out of Dodge.
No, part of me was using Intimidate because I'm like, okay, I don't know this elephant that well, but I think it's a physical attacker, so let me deal with that.
Definitely is. Ooh, damn.
And then here comes the energy ball. Rest in peace, Quagsire. You're my boy. Sorry, my girl this time.
Yeah, if you choose gender on Showdown.
I know, I don't care. You just keep doing you.
Yeah, you're actually gonna be working with Zach, I think, this week
Yeah.
for your Pokemon because
Yeah.
TJ and I fight this week.
We got some ideas.
We
in
got
the
some
oven.
ideas. I need to get in contact
Wait,
with
you
them.
guys were already talking?
Yeah.
Fuck. I haven't even
Oh,
thought about our
no.
match yet.
Oh no. But
I
yeah,
actually
no,
had
this is
two cool
this
offers
is
on
kind of like
Tuesday.
my idea. Stat drop from Intimidate. You might overheat on my tree trunk, so I'm like, let me switch into Stone Cold and see if I can get this Flash Fire boost real quick.
Did you really?
Yeah. And it was kind of funny here because I was like, I wanted the Flash Cannon just so I could abuse it with Steely Spirit and like take out these ice types. But I'm like, well, why not use it on Mawile so like I can just get that neutral damage
yeah.
coverage?
With extra power.
Because it was like, I was gonna bring Thunderbolt because I usually always bring an electric move on Vikavolt. I was like, realistically, no matter what kind of coverage moves I put on, it can't touch Rotom. So
I'm
like,
glad I
well,
decided to get Rotom the hell out of there. Because I was
Oh, yeah.
expecting, like, I don't know what I was expecting there, actually.
He was just expecting something.
Yeah, I was expecting something. I'm like, alright, let me protect myself.
Rotom just literally came out there to scare me.
Yeah, actually. To get him out there, he's a scary man.
Oof, the burn.
That burn really did not do him any favors.
Yeah, because he is a physical attacker too. So he's gonna have. Oof, God, and he's just targeting. Stop targeting people, man.
Just like, I'm gonna fuck this Togedemaru's day.
All right, so
Yeah.
we're even here with a 1-1 down, right?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was 1-1 down at this point. What are you looking for?
I'm trying to.
Oh, I see it now.
Yeah, it's a little.
And while going down to that, to the
But yeah, not
Flash Cannon.
now. I don't have Jealous, so I can't just switch into the Jellicent and try to set up my Trick Room again. So like, it's kind of bad news bears right now.
Oh, that's why I swapped out because what's the hell is it called?
The Trick Room.
Yeah, Trick Room was still up, and I'm like, shit, he's gonna be faster than everything.
Yeah, no,
let
I
me
get
get
it.
him out of here. Wait out the Trick Room just a little while longer,
Oh,
which sucks. Guy got hit by the Stealth Rock again, but
Stones. Oh, the stones. Stealth Rock, hashtag Gen 4.
sneaky devils.
Stone Cold just doing the work.
Yo, I really like Stone Cold. I wanted to like that Pokemon a lot, but I was scared of its typing with its like weakness
Yeah.
and shit. But like, you've made it
it's
really shine. Which
Yeah,
is awesome.
Are you saying that because it's a shiny type?
No, but that would have been funny. No,
Nah.
it's-
I always liked them like in my play. This Pokemon's freaking dope. And then I saw Steam Engine. I'm just like, dude, this is so cool. Like I really want to abuse it.
it's
The
so
typing is like
OP.
kind of like a double-edged sword, but like its move pool just more than makes up for it.
I think I was trying to hunt for a I was hunting for a flinch there. That's what I was trying to do. But it didn't work. I lost my my oven.
God damn, that sucks too. That's a big one for his team. But that's okay because
I think this is when the youngest. No, this is not when the youngest starts.
oh, now that's a
And
difference. 'Cause
this
neither of these
thing,
other Pokemon really do shit to this Pokemon.
what, Malamar?
Yeah,
Well,
like
Bug Buzz
Bug
is right
Buzz,
there.
yeah,
Well,
but
no,
like,
Bug Buzz for that 4 times damage.
but then you get hit and nothing happens to you. Oh,
Yeah, no, it. You'll see.
oh, he survives it too.
Oh right, I know what happened. I remember what happens here.
Yeah,
Do you miss?
No, he Victory Viper
the
does
flinch
flinch,
from the freaking Zingzap.
Zigzag! Oh my fucking god!
and then he hits Togedemaru with the flare bits. This is why the one time I got hit by a physical move, it
The
didn't
one
matter.
time, but you saw he took that superpower and he had like 5 HP left, and I'm
Yeah.
like, my boy Stone Cold, let's go.
And then he freaking
Hey,
gets killed. You
just
were
enough.
probably so
Just
pissed on that flinch. He was
Dude,
like, "What does
I
Zigzag
was,
do?" I
because
was like, "It causes flinch."
that actually like fucked up my plan a lot. Because like if the Bug Buzz connected, that Malamar
That
was dead.
Malamar would have been done. I would have been done so much earlier.
Yeah,
Here we got an
Here's the
interesting
Yunga.
little, yeah.
and I kind of like did like a very predictable move, which in retrospect I should have expected a Dynamax at this point, but
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, you went for the flinch. I'm just ungating right now.
Yeah,
yeah.
I also picked the balls that he played with. I was like, I always, whenever I make a Pokemon, I'm like, oh, this Pokemon would be in a dive ball, or this Pokemon would be in a Fred ball, or some shit.
And I should have like realistically instead of bringing in Berserker, I should have brought in Hatterene and set up Trick Room again. But it is what it is.
The fake out, Unga takes, and just max flares the shit out of this bug.
Now, this next move I make with it, I regret doing, because I go for max ground, and I should have done another max flare.
Yeah, because now the sun is up.
Yeah, I think, like, in retrospect, I look at this and I'm like, I made some good choices, but the choices that didn't matter. I don't know why I hit Rock Slide there.
Superpower.
Yeah,
Should've
superpower
hit
would have probably.
Superpower.
Would have co-code him.
Yeah.
You would have fucking O-code him, dude.
I would have. I
Like I
think I
said,
realized I hit the wrong button. I think is what happened there.
like I said, there's a lot of misplays all around this week. Like I misplayed, he misplayed. Like
Do you haven't maxed yet, though, right?
He hasn't maxed yet.
no, not yet.
Oh, this is
And
rough.
I'm like really like debating now.
Yeah, we can
Pinch.
tell.
So I'm like, it's a tough choice.
Who do you go with? You only got 30 seconds. 30 seconds. Swapping the elephant. Get him in there.
And
I'm
here
just like,
comes
fuck.
the I don't want to say the biggest misplay, but here comes honestly my biggest
Yeah.
mistake here. And I even messaged him
Yeah.
after. I'm like, I should have done
Yeah.
this. And if I had done
Yeah.
this, I think I would have won.
And that would have been it.
Here we go. Let's watch.
I was just like, I was like expecting the max flare again. I was like, no matter what, I'm taking it. Because I was like, I can save Hatterene's Dazzling Gleam and take out Malamar hit. But, you know, this Darmanitan's got to go. So I was like, Steely Spirit, like one of them's going to die.
Yeah,
One of
somebody's
them's going to
going
take it
down.
out.
Somebody's going down, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's watch them play. Come on. Come on! Do it!
By the
And
way,
I was kind of like,
I was gonna say I really like what you did with your eyes in this.
yeah, no, like I was like doing like this palette swap thing. And I'm just like, I really like how these eyes look. I want.
That's funny. Alright.
And here's horrible mistake number 3. I did not double. Well, for one, I used the Max Quake. I should have gone for Max Flare. Because that actually did not help.
Or
Max Flare
even
is
like
so much
or
better.
even if you like guarded and then like super powered on the elephant, that would have also
Right.
been probably pretty strong.
But then my other issue here is I superpowered the wrong Mon.
Who you should have
Right.
superpowered last
Yeah.
turn and probably wouldn't have even been there.
Yeah, it's just kind of those. I've realized now, looking back, where I made my mistakes.
We'll adjust.
Yeah. And
We-
then
we-
hit me
we-
with the Steel Surge. I was hoping I could survive it. I didn't.
Oof.
Yeah.
And
We both made our fair share of misplays on the sure.
Yeah.
me not getting these steel spikes out like immediately kind of sucked. But like it is what it is. It just there was
If
there
you had
with
gotten
roast.
steel spikes out early on, so
Yeah,
much
that
damage
could.
every time you switched in.
Yeah,
Oh
between that
yeah.
and the stealth rocks, like
I
I was
think I
not a
think a
fan of
lot of
stealth.
it was like the rotom heat had me like I really didn't want to leave it out.
All right, here we go.
The only plays we can make here.
This is it. GG.
Malamar at least taking out Tree Trunks. One final victory.
Boom, boom, boom.
My apple pie.
And it goes down. We actually ran out of Pokemon music, I think.
Oh shit!
It's been a long stream.
And then Malamar took that L, fought well.
Yeah.
Goes down.
It was a good match.
It was a good match.
Uh,
I wish I played better. Like
Yeah,
I feel
same.
like honestly I played really scrubby in that match. Like there was just a lot of like really bad like there were just moments where I just made really bad calls or like not like good switches, and I'm just like Ian was like, "Oh yeah, y'all." That sucks because I felt like I played like shit. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you both had really good plays. I think both of you also had misplays.
yeah.
What I think is interesting, though, is that I have access to the spreadsheet, and we can look at next week's matches now. Hang on. Let me pull those up. Where's Interact? Alright. Schedule. So next week's match is week 3. That brings TJ and I against each other. So we'll be playing each other next week.
oh shit! We got Steven versus Steven next week
Yes,
too.
the Battle of the Stevens, the first of the second name battles. Battle of the Stevens coming up next week. We have a Reese versus Mike. This is the Battle of the Brothers. They're brothers. They're also both like top-rated players. So
Well, that's gonna be a fun one to
yeah,
watch.
that's gonna be a really fun one. But unfortunately, neither of them have a capture card, so we
No.
won't get to watch it. It sucks. Now Jay versus Zach, we will get to watch that. That's a storied past. They both have a rivalry and friendship, but more of a rivalry than anything.
Jay always wrecks my shit every time.
Every single time. So
And it's always like early in the season.
now
Like I think actually me and Jay, I think we've played week 3 literally 3 seasons in a row.
Oh, you should look into that. That'd be interesting.
We're gonna have to get Jordan on that. See,
Alright,
have him
so
check.
we got Jay Wade versus Brian now. Jay Wade second season in, Brian first season in. Brian was something to prove, losing his first 2 matches versus myself and Zach. Nothing to be ashamed of, though. Honestly, Zach and I are of the top.
We're just very we're very seasoned.
Reese, Mike, Zach.
You know what I just realized? My first 3 matches have been against not only veterans, but also the hosts of these tournaments.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Hang on a sec.
What happened?
No, this mic is bugging. Hang on a sec. I'm gonna have to do this. Alright, we're back. So, that's gonna be Brian versus Jay Wade. And then we have Dan versus Justin. So Dan, fresh off of 2 losses, unfortunately. Justin,
Like we this week we got a lot of people who are gonna want to prove something. So like I'm excited to see where these matches go.
yeah, they do definitely both have something to prove. And then
Like
Jordan
honestly,
gets his
I would
first break.
say like the last 3 of these matches are going to be the most exciting ones to see because they're all people that have been kind of like like just haven't really had like a couple good weeks like lately. So I'm willing. I want to see who are the ones that are going to have the fire lit under their butt and really bring it. I'm excited to see what happens.
Oh, for sure. I'm definitely excited to see that. I think we've got some really good talent out there. Justin has something to prove. I know I've got something to prove.
I know Dan's really wants to, and Brian really is trying. He's willing to look into other fears. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Who lights the charcoal under the fire?
Oh let's get TJ's opinion. You're coming in week 3. You've had a rough season so far, no offense.
I am offended. Fuck you.
But you did have a good match this week. You almost took it home. You're coming up against another veteran again this upcoming week. What's going through your mind?
That I need to kick your ass if I'm gonna keep showing up to these streams.
Yes.
Mhm.
It's like you see this guy, he's talking a lot of shit for a guy who hasn't won yet. So I gotta turn that around. Me and Zach working in the background trying to make, I got
Yep.
plans.
Yep.
I gotta get in contact with somebody like before I go to bed tonight.
Yeah. Also, like, if you get a chance, you can showdown challenge Zach too. Like, he'll practice with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got
and
you,
he's
man.
pretty good at that. That's what I use a lot of times. This season, I've been kind of freeballing it. No offense, Brian. But I've been like, I just literally like, our match was supposed to be at 7 o'clock or something, or it was supposed to be at 4 o'clock. And at 3:45, I went to Jay and I was like, "What do you think I should bring?" And he was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, I got a match in like 15 minutes." He was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, I'm chilling.
Just fucking
Like, and then I went in, I made the Pokemon, and Brian hits me up at 4 o'clock, like, "I'm ready to go when you are," and I'm like copying and pasting. I'm like, "All right, give me a second." And then I finish and I go into the match. But again, I wish I had practiced. I like to practice normally.
Yeah.
And Zach's just been letting me down lately.
I
because
need
he's
to
been
practice
really
more.
responsible.
Honestly, I don't practice enough. I kept
I-
Zach hanging way too long, and he was really cool about it the entire time.
Oh yeah, no,
That's
absolutely.
why we stay flexible in the season. I think, and that's why we allow basically until Saturday now, especially since we don't have me recording all the matches.
Right.
That's got to be a relief.
Yeah, it is. But I think that we've gone a little far anyway, so let's go ahead and finish this off. It's been a great week, players. We'll see you next week at the actual time, hopefully, that we're supposed to play at 6:30.
What's that? He's gonna delay it again.
And then it's been my pleasure to have my old co-host Zach and
Yo.
a new frequent guest TJ.
I just live here now.
Best Buy boys.
That's my boys. It's good to have us here, and we'll see you guys next week at the same league place, same league time. Peace out.